Throughout WBNG 65 years, the Twin Tiers have experienced many to at times catastrophic floods.
Yeah, and tonight we conclude our series taking you back through two of the most recent, the floods of June of 2006 and September of 2011. Over the course of 3 years, from 2004 through 2006, tropical systems inundated portions of the Twin Tiers. There was significant flooding from Tropical Storm Ivan and Tropical Storm Francis 10 days apart in September of 2004, but nothing compared to what would happen in June of 2006.
It hit Conklin very, very hard. It was like the ground zero of the 2006 flood.
We forecast a record at Conklin, but it wasn't enough. I mean, Conklin's previous record was 20.8 feet. We were forecasting 21 feet. It hit 25.
Conklin was hit especially hard because that's where the heaviest rain fell, and it wasn't protected by a flood wall, leading to thousands of people who needed to be evacuated.
So we had to bring in helicopters and airlift people from the school to safety, and they airlifted over 2,000 people.
Other areas were hit hard too. 4 deaths occurred in New York State, 1 in Sullivan County, 1 in the town of Norwich, and 2 in the town of Sydney after 2 tractor-trailers plunged into Carrs Creek when a culvert under I-88 washed out.
You can repair things, but people's lives are very important. You can't, it's very hard to, it's a really devastating situation when you see a community torn apart like that.
A total of 12 counties in New York State were declared federal disaster areas.
I've been here 18 years, and it's the worst we've ever seen.
That was true until 5 years later.
The Twin Tiers were brought to their knees in September of 2011 when flooding on a scale never before seen hit the area. Radar estimated 11 to 12 inches of rain fell in western Broome and eastern Tioga counties. According to a NOAA report on the 2011 flooding, 25,000 homes and businesses were flooded along the Susquehanna and its tributaries in the state of New York. Record river crests occurred at 6 river gauges along the Susquehanna, Shenango, and Unadilla rivers. And although some areas did not see record flooding this time, it does not mean those locations won't flood in the future.
Just because my house didn't flood in 2006 and now 2011 doesn't mean that you're going to be safe.
At its peak flow, the Susquehanna River was estimated to have carried more water per second than Niagara Falls during tourist season. Peak flow at Niagara Falls averages a rate of 100,000 cubic feet per second, and in Owego, the Susquehanna River was estimated to flow at 159,000 cubic feet per second. Fortunately, there were no flood-related fatalities in New York State, but a 92-year-old woman who did not leave her home died in Bradford County.